Welcome everyone to Beckon Development Weekly Stream, episode 86. And yeah, that intro of Biggs is from McGee and Me. It was an old kids like Christian home video series or whatever. But yeah, little
Yeah, I
kid
never saw it,
cartoons.
man. So
Yeah.
glad you brought that to us.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. How's everyone doing this Friday? Looks like we
I'm
just got a
doing
few
good.
you guys in. Just
Except
Mo
I was
Biggs and you and me right now.
trying to switch my darn screen name around, and
The Colonel's what? Underling?
I kind of got. I'm kind of half in,
Hey,
half
Debbie
out right
Olson.
now.
Half in, half out. Just the
Well,
tip. Just the
you
tip.
YouTube won't let me.
Well, as usual, it looked like Bud has been chasing Noah away for the first post, so I guess Noah gave up this time.
Oh well, I figured I was the one scared him off since he was talking trash last time.
Yeah. Well, welcome to episode today, guys.
He definitely
Basically,
started trying to get a
little bit.
trollish, man.
It's all fun, all fun. But yeah, especially when it comes to the layer thing, he's really into reminding me.
That's right. He just doesn't quite understand what that finesse takes.
Finesse. Oh, Reese, hello. How are you? You're here, just not in the chat. All right. Been a minute. All right, all right, all right. And Noah is your apprentice. Yes, you let the hate flow through him. So,
Yeah.
I think it's fun anyway. So yeah, on the account of Noah and these layers, I am getting to a point where this image is getting a bit too draggy for me from time to time, and it's about time to start actually merging a lot of these layers together. Because I have a lot of line layers that need to be put together anyway. It actually makes some of the. So the reason why I do that is because of draw through. It's a basic like art drawing technique. You'll hear a lot of guys always say draw through your figures, draw through your forms. And so I like to keep them in separate layers. So I get the draw throughs and then erase where I need to when I merge them all together. But I have to have them carved out before I merge them, or else it doesn't make it easy and clean. But that gets where things that are passing behind things still line up, like
That doesn't make
architecturally,
it
right?
wrong either.
No. But it does start to slow down a little bit. Just a little bit. And I told everyone yesterday, you sent me a RAM. I still got to pop that in here.
Well, yeah, waiting on you to,
Yeah.
Man, you know how tricky that $5 was to send you that,
I'm just happy you did. I got caught up on my my Mavericks job that I got going. I'm drawing mechs now. Woo!
Yeah.
Just at least just one big one.
Don't worry, man.
Just
I'll
one
wait.
big one. Yeah, I can't show anybody, but you guys back Nefarious's Mavericks, and I believe it's one of the later stretch goals. But
Cool.
they've been cranking. So crack pack battle, they've been going at it.
So you're doing like a skeleton hip bone and
That's probably an accurate description of these kind of shapes.
that's close.
Yeah.
And a urethra kind of coming through. Wow, man, you're getting detailed.
Didn't think of it that way. Well, I guess it is symbolic of, Mother Earth. Not really.
Actually, so if you keep hashing like you're doing, you'll beat 10 lines, no problem.
Yeah, no, I count these lines. Oh, there he is. Hey, man. Yeah. I'm gonna beat my record. I've already been past 10 lines by now. Especially with
That's
the
just
hash
because you're
marks.
drawing small.
Well,
Is that
cool little tidbit to the sense of scale. When you want to draw things that look really big, you want to draw really small.
yeah, you need to elaborate on that.
Well, for all the weebs that watched Akira, there's cityscapes and giant monster, and it's the tiny little details that are popped in there that basically lend to the illusion that the thing's so massive. There's so many points of detail on the thing. I mean, it's just repetitious pattern detail, but it's detail nonetheless. So you get that sense of scale with it.
I guess that works.
So you draw your stuff small and tiny. So
if you want to go big, you got to start small. Is that what you're saying?
What's up, bud? Yeah. Basically.
Okay. All right.
Talking about lines on the page, not code. That's true. What did I say? Oh, okay, lines, huh? But I'm
something about big lines and yeah.
Gotcha.
Couple people got excited for a minute.
I was a little bit still.
So hey, that could be a stretch goal. We'll add more lines to our artwork.
I think it's is it no, I've never done either of those, so I don't really know. Is it smoked or is it lined out? I don't know.
It depends on which one you're going after.
Don't rim shot me in that tone of voice. Oh no.
I think you can kind of do both. It kind of just depends on what kind of mood you're in.
Yeah, I guess it would. All right, Noah, guess what, kid? I'm tired of fighting this. I gotta merge some lines. I've got to merge some layers.
Oh gosh. How long is this going to take?
I don't know. It shouldn't take that long because I've already merged a bunch of
them. Do you have them labeled?
I just got what I got. Right now, I don't label them like I kind of should. Like I've got little hidden stuff maybe, so I've got to turn on layers, move them around to see what I'm moving around. Where was that?
So is he going to a circus?
Why?
Kind of looks like he's going to the big top.
I haven't zoomed out yet. That's right. Okay,
it looks like kind of looks like he's going to the big top.
Okay, so that was
Noah. You might not know what that means. Big top is a circus.
My first flags, those were a no-go. So I didn't like the flag layer. And even though these were pretty dynamic, I actually might keep those. I got to make up my mind now. No, I don't have to make up my mind now. Man.
All right. So, hey, you need me to run over there and help you out or what?
No. Let's see what's over here. What am I moving there? Okay, it's the part of something. Look how tiny it is.
Hey, weren't you supposed to be doing another Lucifer Storm video or what?
What? No.
You were talking about trying to do another. Maybe this will constitute getting you on the show again.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Well, I mean, now you got a comic book. Now he gets to interview you again.
Yeah, instead of for the game. For sure.
I think that'd be cool. That was, man, his questions were spot on, dude.
They were good. I liked them.
Dude, he's professional, man. That was straight up for sure.
For sure. Okay, so I'm going to turn off this layer. Oh, it's having a time with me. Come on. Yeah, how long is this going to take? Well, so this is
You
actually
might want to have to do that after stream, man. Keep on mush.
I'm trying, buddy.
Mush on.
Your discussions were actually helping.
Okay, Meow.
Believe
let's
okay, Meow.
let's move it on. Did you just say meow?
How was the second one? I did not
It
hear
was
how
all right. It man, like it's another one. You just cannot go after the first. I mean, it was so good. But the second one, it was tolerable. I mean, like it was all right. I had some laughter for sure. But it just, man, there was so much originality and just out of the box on the first one.
Oh, yeah.
You just couldn't, you just can't top it, man.
You boys want to go to Mexico?
That's a great topic, though. I mean, you know, how many sequels are truly better than the first one?
Well,
You know?
the weird thing is they crowdfunded that one.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little odd.
That was, hey, it was all right because they were up in Canada, so they brought a Canadian kind of deal into it, and it was funny. It just wasn't as good. Period.
Yeah.
I think if anything, if I had to kind of toss into the sequels being as good, I think John Wick did really well as far as bringing it along with the sequel where you were still as excited, during the sequel as you were in the first one. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Well.
So, okay, Meow.
Okay, Meow.
Did you just say Meow? Meow, do I look like I drink a milk from a saucer?
Oh, yeah. Good old times. We quote that movie quite a lot here, too. The schnozberries.
Gosh, man. I'm telling you. So we were coming back.
Bars.
We were coming back from deployment, man. We pulled into Pearl Harbor and we were trying to find something to do for the day just to kind of burn it up before it got night. And we were in Waikiki. And we went to go see Super Troopers. And we had no idea because we were deployed, man. I mean, like we hadn't seen commercials. We didn't know the trailer. Yeah. We had no idea. It was just we were looking at the list. And it's like, yeah, sure, fine, something, supposed to be funny. Let's go check it out. And, man, we were in tears. We were laughing in that theater so bad. It was awesome.
Awesome. Well, I'm actually going to do another restart on the Photoshop.
All right. So, hell, man, you might as well do a restart on the YouTube the way this is going.
No, it's my bad. It runs pretty good for a while, and then it starts to be like, hey, you're doing all these other things on your computer, and you got me jacked up to
That's why I'm
92%
telling you, man.
Of usage.
That's why we need to get you that RAM put in, I think.
I know.
At least partially.
It doesn't do this when I'm working. It does it when I'm streaming.
That's because you're using every bit of resources that you possibly have. And if we get you some more, it'll help.
So, performance.
So, could we reboot the chat and start it over again? Because it's starting to kind of get, starting to kind of slow down.
Well, no, I mean, it's Noah and Mo Biggs probably going back and forth. I mean, he makes a good point. Calm down. This stream has gotten way too intense. Funny. I gotta make sure I'm all saved up on here before I hit that button.
All right. So your butt's okay after sitting on that rake a couple weeks ago?
Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm fine now.
I mean, you know that they're not meant for that, right?
I wasn't intentionally sitting on a rake, do I?
Oh.
You
Oh.
make that sound a little weird. No,
I know. I mean, man, that's kind of the way it came across on this side. I was a little worried.
Let's see. Here we go. Open this up.
It almost kind of started off like one of those jokes, like, so there I was on a ladder, and then my ass was on a rake.
Yeah. No, my spine's good. It's all good. Like it just
leaks a little when you walk.
Well, hold on. I landed on the rake with my spine. My tailbone hit the concrete corner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
dude,
no.
that just made something hurt that I don't want to talk about.
You just really wanted it to be the rake in the other spot.
Well, I mean, it's funnier that way.
It's funnier that way. Yeah.
Isn't that so? Isn't that so messed up that it's like, hey, I love watching other people to get hurt so that I can laugh.
That's fine.
And appreciate it.
That's fine. Get yourself 7 chuckles, boo boo. Everyone else will. Oh, what's up, Jeffy Birds? How you doing, man?
Hey, did you videotape it by chance?
No, neighbors.
Dang. Somebody had to, man. There's got to be a cam on it somehow.
Yeah, someone's ringer doorbell or something caught it.
Yeah. They'll know like 3 weeks from now. Hey, look at this, and then you'll be on the news. Some crazy, freakishly tall person was trying to clean out their gutter last week, and look, they fell and busted their ass on a rake. Beautiful. And they cussed quite a bit, and then walked inside, and they were never saw again.
I think the only thing I did was like, as I was falling, I was like, "Son of a bitch!" Like as I was falling, and that was about all that happened. After it was that, I was like, "All right, get yourself up, dumbass."
Gosh, so it was like we were graduating from high school, and to help Noah out, I'm not going to tell him when. I'm not going to give him a date. So and we went to the river and went to an old abandoned railroad bridge. And so we get there, and there was already a couple other guys there. Actually, Clint was there. And so they're on the platform where the old railroad track used to be. And jumping,
where the old railroad used to be.
And they're jumping, I guess, I bet it was probably 20, 30 feet from that spot down to the water. And so they're jumping down in the river and then, swimming over to the shore and all that kind of stuff. Well, then, of course, the buddy that I'm with has to get a crazy idea to climb up the supports and go up to the arches all the way to the top. We're going to jump off of up there. And so, yeah, there was about 5 of us, I think. We went all the way up to the top, and we get up on the top arches. So I can only imagine, well over 60 feet. So I'm guessing probably 70. And so, and then it's like, I'll jump if you jump. No. I'll jump. I'll go when you go. And then finally, Danny went ahead and just jumped first. And it was one of those where it was such a long jump that you could yell and scream a bunch of bad words on your way down to the point where you ran out of air.
Yeah. And
then you had to take another breath before you hit the water. It was a pretty long fall, for sure. But
I've got to do something a little bit different. So there's a thing called smart objects, and I just start getting weird about converting certain folders I've created into smart objects because I don't know if any of that data over the time of work starts to change or corrupt any. But if I convert some of these layers into smart objects, I might be able to save my RAM a bit more.
Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I do.
You don't think you could have done this before you got on here?
I know it enough to go. I'm gonna try it out and see if it doesn't help me out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we've got to like,
dude, it's just totally locked up this time. So during the week, guys, I was working on started adding more layers, more things that you guys saw as I had zoomed out earlier. I did not know how this was going to work onto the stream. And obviously, this isn't going to work for the long-term haul either. So the RAM will help the process. But when Noah first said, "Hey, dude, why are you doing all of your book on one entire file?" And I said, "Well, these are the thumbnails." Well, now here I'm getting to the point where, yeah, because of the techniques I'm using, a double page spread is going to start bogging down the system pretty hard. So I've got to start outthinking my process a little bit and be a bit more together with it. So let's see how I hope I know what I'm doing.
So can you play some interlude music or, elevator music so that, Jeopardy. Hey, let me find some Jeopardy real quick. That kind of sounds like some bad
like grocery store music, man.
Like 70s Bush music.
Bush music?
That was about the nicest way I could say it without someone really,
All right, so like I just showed you guys, you can convert folders like mine into smart objects. You can see the little icon there in the window. At any time, I can come in here and expand it or export the contents. Basically, take it back out of that, and it should have all my layers still there. So,
so you went from being like the layer king now to the smart object layer maker.
Only when I have to be.
Still say you need to be called the layer kernel.
Kernels have layers. So does shred.
Oh, kernel layer maker.
Kernel layer maker.
Reporting for duty, sir. Deputy Doofy reporting for service.
So Talon and Lola had 7 puppies, and we just figured out 7 puppies needed the 7 dwarf names for identification. And we totally missed that. So it would have been great though. But they're getting big. Quick. So I was actually going through what I've got for the comic so far, and then looking at some of our older concepts that we had, and tried to take some of that art and throw it on our cards and start getting some of this card game art figured out. And my brain started going, ooh, collectible cards too. So we had been talking about that, like making different card editions that can still facilitate, the same base mechanics. So I started to, and then realized, oh yeah, Sarfagan looks different in the game Beckon than what he does. So I had kind of stopped doing that. But
all right. So switching some gears. So you seen UE5?
Yes.
So
Unreal 5, yes.
So they're messing with these nanites?
Yep, which makes polygon limitation almost non-existent.
Yeah.
Virtually non-existent.
I want to get to a spot where I understand it just a little bit more, and
So
then maybe
with your phone, you can actually download software to do photogrammetry and upload those files into a modeler, simplify it out, or make it a workable asset and bring it into Unreal 5. A lot of Unreal 5, they have they have a whole library of photogrammetry assets.
I saw that. Okay.
So
at what point does the Loden architecture make sense to bring into the nanite structure?
This book deserves a better stream. You're right. It does. It does. Nanite, what? Say what? Oh, yeah. So when do we start doing what with nanite? Say it again. Sorry.
Some of the background art with the Loden architecture that you were putting together.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah. Photogrammetry, some actual crystal deposits. I've got a couple collections.
And then be able to just sit there and generate, and there it is.
Yeah.
And then those style of backgrounds and architecture are done.
Yeah. A lot of it.
It was pretty sick. I was playing with it the other day and bringing in some massive rock formations and just doing some pretty cool stuff with them. So UE5's definitely playing around with some stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The lumen part of it is really cool as far as the lighting effects, that you no longer have to continually try and
bake
and rebuild and rebake and all that. Like it's just live and updates as you move stuff around. So there's some pretty killer stuff.
It's weird how well it's doing what it's doing.
So I'm messing with a series right now just to see about playing with some of the assets and building up.
Oh yeah, for just any of the projects we really go forward with, it would be fun to.
If there was a way that all of a sudden it was even easier to make the assets that we're after,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden it's 3D anyway, that would be insane.
That'd be fun.
Because the thought partially starts to at least go to, man, being able to make some of the nanite stuff and do the Lodens and then have the battle scene even more actual 3D than what it is without much effort would be crazy.
Hey, 24 Eyes, how you doing? Noah? Yes. I actually, if you had left, I just showed how to, if you seriously did leave, I did just show how to kind of like save your computer's memory while, before you blow it up with all the layers I put in. So if you missed that, sorry. You'll have to rewatch the boring stream. But yeah. So yeah, Dwight got his Star Circuit bike. And I got my Star Circuit back. Joe said he wanted to be in for tonight, but he knew it was going to be boring, so he went to the dojo instead.
Mine was the foldable model.
Foldable. That's funny.
The economy packable size.
I don't know what goes on with the mail getting to you, dude, but
man, I get it all kinds of different ways, man. I was kind of poking fun the other day because every time I take my guys out at work for lunch and stuff, mine shows up late. There's something wrong with it. They got the order wrong, or they forgot, or didn't put it in. So then everybody at the table's eating while I'm waiting for my lunch to show up because there's something always goes wrong, and it is just crazy.
Awesome.
I can't go back and touch myself. That's fine. Honest, if that's how you feel, rock and roll with your bad self, man, and just move on. But so went to lunch, took some of my guys to lunch today, and what do you know? Waitress shows up like, hey, here's your, and I'm like, I didn't order that. And it's like, yeah, you did. I'm like, no, that's not what I asked for. So once again, had to sit there and wait until my food showed up.
Man. Well, I hope it was good food.
Are you saying I'm a goat? Is that kind of, is that seriously?
Waiting for my food, man. Hey, I was waiting for pizza on a lot of episodes. I can't say nothing.
So
but I just love how we get
hereditary?
Back to
I mean, like, is it just, you know?
No, it's Me Too.
So we should start a Me Too movement.
Oh, don't.
Can you?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, my food shows up late too. So how is that not a movement? Never mind.
Oh.
I'll just dip my toe in the water. How about that?
I was just hoping you weren't going to go for like the pound of meat.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's like.
But since you're talking about it, hey, can you just a little bit more with that line and move it a little bit more to the left?
Why?
So I mean, well, if Noah's going to do it on the chat, I at least get to do it verbally on, you know, until all of a sudden I get removed and put in the back room.
Oh yeah, because you're the only one I really like do that to. Yeah,
yeah,
that's true. It's true.
I always get kicked out.
You always get kicked out. I don't know. Ever since I heard that North Korea's got to go through, or it was announced that they were going through their long suffrage, or they're going to have to go through another one soon, I just kind of stopped making, the jokes about it.
Well, they need to go through a pilgrimage, don't they?
Yeah, not another suffrage. They need to get the hell out of there. But
well, I mean,
how do you do that? It's complicated.
It's bad enough. You got to look at that guy with his haircut that like only he gets to have. Hey, speaking of, gnarly. What does Noah's haircut look like? Does he have like the Kim Jong-un or?
Yes.
Or is it like Yes.
Yeah.
It's like the short bob.
Okay. Yes. Like kind of the.
Yeah.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, like the blockhead. Yeah. Almost like he was on Minecraft.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm getting a picture. I think I see it now.
Yeah.
Interesting. I feel sorry for you, man. That kind of haircut's tough. What are you drawing now? I mean, that kind of looks like a witch's tent.
A tent? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cathedral.
Just trying to make sure.
Well,
a steeple, I guess.
If it's not big enough, draw it bigger.
LOL, even Dwight's trolling Jeremy, right?
Can you put some more lines in it?
Yeah, I can. I just don't want to. I mean, do you want me to? Here we go. There you go.
And we're waiting.
No, they're there. Ever since I converted to smart objects, I've saved a lot of memory.
I was just waiting for it to lock up.
Then the blend options. It's all about these gradients I throw in, and I don't like what's going on right here.
Oh, sweet. So you're using Blender?
No. Different kind of blend options.
Oh.
But Blender's fun.
It actually, man, it's pretty darn powerful, man. It's got quite a bit of stuff going to it.
It does. I would actually benefit from learning After Effects a lot more, especially being in this comic book game.
You just need to watch some YouTubes, man.
Mm-hmm. Watch some YouTubes.
Yeah.
Who was that guy that was the pianist guy back in the old day of YouTube? Hello, YouTubes. I forgot what his name was.
Oh, really? No, guess
Chocolate Rain.
I guess that was before my time.
It was a different dude.
We always used to poke fun because that snaky snake guy looked like my boss.
A snaky snake guy?
Oh, it just when we're done here, Google it. That was my boss.
Okay.
Yeah. He had like some snake hat on, and he's like, "I'm a snaky snake." And,
that guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
No, that was my boss. Yeah.
Wow, I'm a snake.
Yeah, that could have. They could have been twins. So when we and he was dreading it, dude, because he knew that video was out there. And when we found it, we hopped on it, man, just like assassins. It's like, this is you, and we spread it all around. We had memes. Oh man, yeah. It's kind of evil out here, you know.
Snitching Joe the link. Is Snitching Joe ready for the link? Because I talked to Snitching Joe before I go on live. Snitching Joe was in the dojo. Trader Joe.
I think that's funnier.
That is funny. It is funny.
I'm just wondering why he doesn't buy his own wine.
He'll drink it all on the street.
If he's Trader Joe, he should have all that $2 chuck that he wants.
Oh man. So yeah, guys, like through the week I've been adding some base shapes and architecture throughout the rest of the side of the page, starting to solid up some colored shapes. As you can see, I'm rendering a little bit more because the white's got me in half talk mode as well. I got to pop some more details, start blending a lot of this stuff in. And basically, I'm balancing between this project and 2 other projects that I got going too. So
I was about to ask.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Well, when I get
2's taking you like 3 weeks.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Well, yeah. You started working on page 2 on episode 82.
If I was working on it for all the week, I would oblige your comment, but I don't. Like, so.
And this is episode what? 80? Hey, speaking of
86. Wow.
I guess it's a little bit further along though, but you know, Sunday's Grandpa's birthday. He'll be 84.
Oh, dang.
84, 83. 83?
Still has his hair too.
83. I don't know. Dad said he was 38. Or like, 1938. So yeah, 83.
Dang. Well,
and still has the same T-shirt that he wore in 1982.
That he got from Big Lots on a sale.
Well, he bought a 10-pack.
Yeah, it was a 10-pack. Yeah. Well, they call me a slow, but I do my job.
I gave him a call today to see how he was doing. He's doing good.
That's good. Well, all this COVID stuff has got me going stir crazy.
I avoided that. I avoided that like the plague, man. I didn't want to talk about that at all.
Oh, Joe, yeah. Like I said, I told everyone I talked to you before, man. Besides, it's too boring of a stream. You don't want this.
I guess there ain't much to save this one.
Well, on Blouse Cross the other night, they did a whole draw stream, or no, it was on
Blouse Cross.
It was on Eris. I think it was Eris. It was about draw streams. It was like draw streams are good, draw streams are bad.
What's Blouse Cross?
Man, I'm getting Blouse Croft, Pepe Croft, Bancroft.
Bebe.
What's up, D? How was it?
Bebe Croft.
Pepe Croft. No, Eric did the I Stand with Bancroft video because of his crack pack denial and everything. I'm sure they'll be coming for Joe soon.
I just don't think Joe's got a clean wife beater to put on.
He's sweating extra because of Cuomo.
Oh, his superhero is resigning. Is that what it is?
I'm not a predator. I'm just Italian. I said that to Joe. Joe's like, oh my God.
That ain't even right.
Yeah. Comedian.
That's profiling, man. You can't do that.
And Andrew Schultz, man, go check him out. It's funny. But
it's not even fun, Joe. You can't even defend yourself.
I defended him last time.
When?
Last episode.
How?
Against Noah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Noah was spitting fire, and
I read through the chats. I really didn't it's kind of like that fly that keeps just flying around the room and you just can't swat him yet,
but we named him
Anti-M.
Anti-M.
Just that really does kind of sound like what it is.
Hey, Collision Bomb. If Joe wasn't a coward, he'd smoke some crack. Yeah, what was our jokes about that? It was like, I think me, and Joe were talking about that one time. It's like, it's Anti-M, so, and he's always trying to push the crack, so.
Yeah.
What is it? No, there's no
Whatever.
place like
No,
you got to crack your two crack rocks together. There's no place like.
Hey kids.
Yeah.
Crack's bad. Okay. Hey, is that a rock?
Yeah, Tyrone Biggums.
Look, there's a dime. There's a crackhead picking up the bus. Yeah, it's kind of a rough time nowadays. You can't really use KY for Kentucky. It kind of takes a whole nother meaning now.
Yeah. And it's again, it's kind of the low hanging fruit of the joke. Yeah.
No, Noah's laughing now because he reads his own name and he's like, "Yeah, it looks like Anti-M."
Are you sure it was other people or just us continuing to badger you about it? But yeah, it's funny. So now I'll mess with. I'll clean those up later. I'm doing like some weird architecture here. I'm not quite too sure. Like, there's obviously some.
Oh, he's got his gi on. So like you're got your ninja gear on or what?
Come on here, feller.
Hey, does your stuff poke through that gi, or is it just hang loose?
Now you see a feller out there in trailer park, he's sneaking up on you. You all ninja star.
Yeah.
Normal candidate backer says you, no says I.
You just gonna stand there and bleed or what?
Nah.
Or no, what was it? You gonna do something or just stand there and bleed?
Which was that? What was that?
That's what it was.
What was that?
Tombstone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Bust him right in the face, and he's like,
Yeah.
you gonna do something? You're just gonna stand there and bleed. And it's like, oh man, to say that to somebody, it's like, yeah, gangster.
Oh.
Hey, Joe. Next time you're in the dojo, man, just wallop somebody and stand there and look at it and be like, you gonna do something? You just go stand there and bleed. Let us know how that goes.
Those places have respect because everyone gives each other ringworm.
Yeah, and funky monkey ear. Get the,
cauliflower ear. Yeah.
Get the funky ear. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of backed off a bit because it looked like Jeremy was going to cry. Oh, no. It's perfectly fine, buddy. I think you need all the joke practice you can get.
So, do you share headgear or do you wear your own? Actually, after this episode, we might need to get Noah some headgear.
What, like an honorary dunce cap or what?
He's fell down a couple times. I'm just trying to make sure he's okay.
Oh, he's fine.
Hey, we can.
All you pencilers have got him making like weird legs though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There's some pencilers in the CG group. Man, he goes right into inking before checking his pencils, and I ragged him about that because he's given up on a couple pictures in the past, and I'm like, no, just stop doing that. Stop doing that.
For real though,
check first.
You had shown some of his artwork that
his AR-15 is great.
So where's some of his stuff at that we can find?
Ask him. He's got one book of his Maverick series that he said that he has released. I don't know if you can still get a copy of it.
So is that what you were showing me some previews of? So that's some of that?
I don't know. He's never shown me a link to it. Okay. And yeah, so I was getting on him because he draws diaper crotches, which makes the thigh muscles on his characters, it throws the whole pelvis off. So he'll never get those kind of sitting properly if he keeps relying on his diaper crotches.
Hey, man, maybe he's got a Depends commercial coming in his future. But I figure,
But he showed me a reference of a comic book artist he saw that did something like that, and I'm like, yeah, I get it, but it looks so odd. Your eye's drawn to it, if that makes sense. Like,
so you're checking out comic packages. Is that
I guess that's what was happening. Yeah,
interesting.
Like, yeah,
that's a little.
It wasn't like that, Dwight. Thanks for making it feel more awkward.
That's pretty awkward, for sure.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Do you have some links to some of those?
No, it's just, you know how Superman wears his underwear on the outside of his pants?
Yes.
That kind of a thing. Like, how do you treat such a...
All right.
such a sensitive area.
And I mean, like, you know, what kind of scale do you draw it to?
That's not what we were talking about. It was just
come on.
trying to make sure it wasn't diapers. That's all it was.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We didn't.
Are you saying
superheroes with soggy diapers?
What? Because he puts the extra padding in there or something, or what?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's more like the one that he showed me. I'm not going to go on
It's like,
about
wait a
his,
minute,
but
man, you're compensating. What the hell's going on here? Nah,
the one he showed me, it was like it's padded in such a way. So I know what a cod piece is, and you know, from medieval lore, and then in Taekwondo and sports and stuff, you just wear a cup. So I'm like, that should be sufficient enough, not a diaper pad in front, you know, because even when you're moving dynamically, you're going to be crossing your legs and stuff. That's going to be hard to move around with.
It could be a different culture on a different planet, and maybe they just do it that way.
Yeah, like on Devanis, they all have front butt flaps for the most part. So, you know,
hey,
I avoided it altogether on that one.
Front butt flaps are, you know, important.
Yes.
For protection.
Yes.
So he's saying that only Jeremy kind of looks down there. It's like,
oh, I knew it. I knew it. Take a professional anatomy class, Noah. Yeah, I had to tell them how these kids. Hold on, I had to tell them about, like, I've talked about it here before, how it's well, Peter Schroth.
So are we about to have the birds and the bees talk?
No. You're about to get a lesson in bone structure is key. Like
clavicles. There we go.
Yes.
All right.
So,
B1.
We had a kid in the class, and no, it wasn't me, but said it right in front of the model, and I couldn't believe he did that. But we only had one model in life drawing for a whole semester that actually had what you would call like superhero proportions, or model proportions, if you would, like supermodel proportions. But a lot of the models we were drawing were like heavy set or really heavy set, just things that didn't
made you use your pencil more.
I guess that's a way to look at it. Yeah, it wasted more of our lead.
That's the way to put it. You know.
But what it was he spoke up and he said, "Mr. Schroth, like, I would make better grades in class if I enjoyed drawing the subject matter, but I don't enjoy looking at it." And I can't believe he said that in front of the model, but he did. Like, dick or not, he was making a point. And I don't know if he was a plant by Schroth, because now that I look back at it, I kind of think maybe Schroth was saying that, like making him say that.
Yeah.
But Schroth says, you've been drawing superheroes and models in art classes all your life. So, and those are not always the perfect proportion or the right proportion, the correct one. So I'm going to show you how to draw something that looks out of proportion, in proportion, because what's underneath the skin, the muscle, and the fat is the same skeletal structure. That's pretty uniform with all of us, except for its measurement ratio.
No.
Its ratios are right. It's just its base measurement can vary. You know.
No, I'm
pretty
big
much
bone.
the same. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm out of proportion for sure.
Give me my cheesy boobs. So, you know, I was kind of giving him a little bit of that Savannah College insight. Good. What?
I think
what's happening now?
Is Noah in the basement?
What basement?
I don't know. He just acts like he's in a basement somewhere.
So slow makes his drawing look fast. Quandary of time illusion, Noah. All right. So yeah,
So I mean, are we going to get to see the end of this by like episode 89?
yeah, I actually think I'm going to be working a little bit more on the city during the week. On our next episode, I'll go ahead and jump to these other frames because we're kind of getting the point and gist of this. It takes a lot of time for me to get down all those lines and get them all set up and textured and looking well. And it takes a little bit of time. And now that I've converted to smart objects, I'm saving myself some speed. Should have done that a few episodes ago. But I figured, why not just differentiate it up a bit? And for next week, we'll work on one of these two or both of them. So yeah, and then we'll be nearly done with my first 2 pages, and I can launch a pre-campaign. Yeah.
You know, if you didn't talk as much, you might have got more done.
I got a lot done last week.
Oh man.
And I think I gained a couple of subscribers last week too. But you know what? I don't know. Probably lost them now.
We didn't pick any up, did we?
No, probably not, because my Photoshop was I didn't get the RAM in.
That
we can always point at me.
I actually paid for a couple today and was supposed to kind of see them.
You paid for people to sub?
So I told some people today about our stream, and they were supposed to have. That's what I meant to say.
Oh my gosh, Noah.
I never pay.
Well, guys, thank you all very much for showing up. I'm sorry these episodes are basically kind of the same thing until I get this page done. Things aren't really going to change. So I'm because I've got other work and this, and you guys are with me on this. Other than Dwight's updates on things too about a game that's secret that we can't tell you, and then card game stuff, and then I'm working. I'm getting things moving, but we'll get there, guys. Together, trust me. Yeah.
I guess. I'm here.
Excuses.
I'm here to tag along.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, if you want to, we have a game on Steam that all this kind of birthed out of. Go to Steam, play it, check it out. Noah said it was as slow as the beginning of this show, so not that big of a deal. For others, you'd enjoy the strategy about it, but that's what kind of got us started.
Did he make it to the first battle?
He says I think he died. I think he got in there. He's like, nah, not worth it, and then jumped out. I think he died a few times and just didn't get back to it. He says it was too slow. I don't know. If it's so slow.
You should have beat it 10 times then.
I know, right. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for showing up this weekend. If you want to, Joe has Morning with Joe on Sunday mornings, and then we got Art Bros on Wednesday. I do believe I'm going to be having a indie game interview with. We had him on Art Bros the other week. Retro Comics. Trying to get into the Twitter so I can actually say the full name here. Retro Graphic Book LLC. We had him on Art Bros a few weeks ago. He was the guy that did a lot of the old video game package art and stuff. So that'll be exciting. So I'm hoping he's not saying, "What the hell are you doing with this? Like, this is not this ain't this. No, don't do this again." I hope it's not that, because Noah's been doing that with comics. So I'm not just good at video. I'm just not good at video games. Well, That's funny, Dwight. There's a hot chick at the end. That's funny.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to do some marketing.
Yeah, you gotta do something. All right, guys. All right, you all have a good weekend. Be safe out there. Check out all the cool streams within CG. I'm sure there's some cool ones going on now. But yeah, go check us out. Go follow, subscribe, do any of that stuff. I promise you we'll be at the end of this soon. And guys, have a good night.
Yeah.
Say bye to Dwight.
Bye, Dwight. Later on, y'all. Thanks so much.
Cool.
Glad
Later.
you made it out.
Yeah, we're stretching that out. Yeah, Noah. All right, guys. Serious. Later.
You must engage the darkness. If you are going to regain the memories lost to you. You must stay strong.
A lone child's presence does not bode well for the circumstances.
No one can pass. And inquisitive. It will be difficult.
Well, that's just perfect.
But try to remember. You are never alone.